dominant at that and gotten better every single start when it comes to that. So he is firing on all cylinders there. You know, he's really putting together.
He seems to be the type that would be a great athlete at anything. You know, I don't know if he's big enough to play like tight end or something, but I would imagine if he played football, like he could get on the field.
He's a big dude, 6'4".
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He can run. He can move.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're going to move right into hour 3 here, and we got some storylines in the NFL next here on FSR.
We are Fox Sports!
Hey, it's Cavino and Rich, and whether you're heading to the office, kicking back to watch the game, or enjoying a night on the town, Travis Matthew has you covered. They create versatile apparel designed to make you look and feel your best, wherever the day takes you.
From performance-driven styles to everyday essentials for both men and women, Travis Matthew bridges the gap between style and comfort. Ready to elevate your everyday? Visit TravisMatthew.com and get 20% off your first order when you sign up for email. That's TravisMatthew.com.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
FS1.
Call your friends and ask how they doing.
To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details.
Boom. Trust your eyes.
FS1.
The microphone is yours.
Give me the playback.
Jason Smith and Mike Harmon are dropping knowledge like this.
This absolute tire fire out of the NFL. And the story breaks that NFLPA leader Lloyd Howell Jr., who's been running the NFL Players Association for the past couple of years since DeMaurice Smith is no longer running the Players Union, is stepping down as director. Oh, so pretty big story. Not completely unexpected, because we had the story about 10 days ago that potentially, according to sources and Pablo Torre, that the NFL and the NFLPA colluded with one another to keep salaries down following Deshaun Watson signing his big contract a few years ago. Everybody was mad. Why is Deshaun Watson? I was mad. Harmon's mad. Everybody's mad. Everybody's mad. Oh, what's going on? So Deshaun Watson gets this money, and they all allegedly decided, reportedly, that, hey, let's make sure we keep all the guaranteed money down, because the quarterback's coming out for contracts with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, guys that are going to reset the market, Trevor Lawrence as well. So let's keep it down. Incredibly embarrassing. When that story broke, I said, I can't believe Lloyd Howell still has a job. You have to sweep out everybody running things at the NFLPA, because this is absolutely terrible. You have to sweep everybody out, right? But a few days go by, nothing happens. Okay. Then we get the story that, hey, you know what? Hey, well, maybe the players were being advised, running backs were being advised during contract negotiations to play up injuries and over-exaggerate them because of negotiations. Okay, now you got to think, okay, this is the final.
To get the rest of what Jason Smith and Mike Harmon said, podcast it by searching The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon. And as always, you can hear The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon weeknights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on Fox Sports Radio. This is The Herd.
Wow, 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 wow.
With Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler doesn't intimidate other golfers. He just beats them. Tiger Woods, the fist pump. He leaned into it. Much more Michael Jordan. He'd taunt you at the free throw line. They were trying to Tiger-proof courses, but you couldn't do anything. Okay, let's make it longer. That played the Tiger's advantage. So Scheffler is ruling golf. To me, Tiger revolutionized it. Tiger was MJ or Mike Tyson in his prime. He intimidated other great fighters, other NBA All-Stars. Scheffler's more Tim Duncan. But Tiger made you feel like you wanted to go out. He had so much alpha. You'd watch Tiger play, and you wanted to go to the driving range. You wanted to grab your clubs and go play. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, he said it last week. I don't get much out of winning. He's a little bit of a buzzkill.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Wow.
Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Give it up.
When you're a couple, you're a team.
I give you.
It's Rob Parker.
Let's just deal with the facts.
Not the feeling.
It's Calvin Washington.
Man, let's ride.
Put your hands together.
And they're the odd couple, teaming up and making plays.
Dude, you can be the guy.
Most nights. I'm the poo-poo king.
Oh, boy.
I want to hear what they have to say.
I'm not gonna lie, the cheeks were clenched.
Listen to The Odd Couple every weekday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, on Fox Sports Radio. The most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Cowherd is bold, unique, and outspoken.
Wow.
You can see him on The Herd, weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 in the Fox Sports app.
On the first break.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. The Houston Texans spoke with the media. Mac, VY, and Bob Ballou started their new podcast, and they talked about Arch. Cowherd with a wild thought. Michael Gooseby, the father of left tackle Trevor Gooseby, will join us at 8 a.m. to talk football, and he's got a son that's heavily recruited as well in basketball. We've got home run derby participant Dave Joust will be joining us at 8:17, and Eric Henry of Horns 247 will be joining us at 8:30. He will also be taking over for me tomorrow as I start my vacation. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And if you want to be and Marcus is behind the boards, even though Marcus didn't even play our theme music, I didn't hear it at all, right? And me and Mark looking at each other, trying to wait and see what's happening with the Roosters. We can't even hear you, Marcus. What's going down, bro? I can't hear you, dog.
Marcus is muted.
It was playing the same time y'all was talking.
Well, because we didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, y'all couldn't hear. I'll explain what happened later.
And if you want to be part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. We also want you to give your chance to voice your opinion on, the talkback feature on that new and improved iHeartRadio app. We're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Coheeb and Cambria. So make sure you're tuning in a little bit later as we break that all down. As you can see, both of us are at a different location. All three of us actually are at a different location. Marcus is in the studio. I'm at the crib because I'm getting ready to go on my vacation. And, of course, Mark is dealing with some family matters. And we're praying for you, Mark, and praying for your family, as we know that this is a tough time for everybody. But we're here for you, dog.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
No problem. But I want to get into this conversation, and I want to get a thought from you about something that you just heard in the intro, not from me, but from Colin Cowherd in that conversation that was had, Mark. But I'll come back to that in just a little bit. Right now, I want to get into the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans have now started their workouts, and the conversation, obviously, you did one of your world's strongest take. By the way, the world's strongest take will be coming up in this hour at 7:34 instead of 8:34, so make sure you stick around for that. But at one point, Mark, we talked about C.J. Stroud. You talked about his speed. You talked about his working out. You talked a lot about them right now. So my question to you is, I want you to hear what D'Amico has to say about one CJ Stroud.
Seeing continued growth. He's now learning a new scheme, learning a new offense, and he's putting in the work. He's being diligent about working to be on it when it comes to the communication, putting a lot more things on his plate. He's done a great job with that, and we'll see him continue to progress with that. So really excited for him, right, to really learn something new and really just continue to lead our team.
What gives him even more ownership over the offense as a leader?
For sure. From that quarterback perspective, you want that ownership. You want it to be on your plate, so to speak. And CJ, he's looking forward to it. He's open to it. He wanted it, and we're here. And so I think he's done a really fantastic job so far. And Kaylee's done a really great job of working with him. They're getting on the same page, making sure the terminology, everything makes sense so we can get in and out of the huddle fast. We can play fast. We can operate clean, and we've been doing that.
Thoughts, Mark?
Well, I like the fact that they have a new system, but I don't want this new system to involve CJ Stroud running the ball. Like that's a recipe for disaster. But he's a smart guy. One of the things that they talked about him as when he was a rookie was the fact that how fast he learned the Houston Texans system. So if he learned it as a rookie, him being a vet now, well, I don't know if you would consider him a veteran.
Yeah, we'll get this 3 years. You're a vet.
3-year solid participant and a guy that's been ranked in the top. Well, we all consider him a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. So right. I think he'll be able to ingest their system and spit it out and be able to get it to his teammates, the ones that there's always a couple of guys that need a little extra help. And I'm sure he'll be able to do that.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because CJ was talking to the media yesterday about his new receivers and the expectations that he has.
But I like the two rookies, Jalen and Jaden. They've come in with a great mindset, really mature guys who love to work, consistently here at the building or, working with me in the off season. So, I'm really excited to see those guys' growth and see them, take a step forward each and every day. And it's not going to be perfect for those guys, but I think they're going to make a lot of plays, and I'm excited to see.
Well, not only that, Mark, I want you to hear what Nico Collins had to say. Now, that's a vet. That's somebody that's earned it. He's worked his way through it, and now he's getting an opportunity to see what this new offense is going to bring.
Shoot. I feel like it's pretty much like the same, not the same, but he gets a playmaker for the ball, Same with this offense, man. Like, you get the ball in your hand, go do something with it, And I feel like Nick really making that an emphasis, like that it's a big thing, So I feel like as a receiver group, as an offensive unit, that's what you want to do. Get the ball in your hand, go score. Because I ain't trying to be on that field 10 plays. Trying to be one and done, So, but it's a great opportunity to go out there, man. Just have fun.
Love it.
Hey, listen, we have got to go to Houston because, one, I want to talk to CJ Stroud 100%, but I want to meet Nico Collins. He sounds like a really cool and fun dude.
Yeah.
And did you hear at the beginning of that, or at the end of CJ Stroud, he was saying how he worked out with the new receivers during the summer?
Yep.
Cars, that's super important. It's so hard to get your new guys to buy in and say, hey, I need to live at the facility with my quarterback. So if they were able to do that, then we may be able to see Houston do a little bit more than I was expecting.
Well, it's like Houston has run that division pretty much by default, right? Like that division that they're in, since there's so many things that is really for the beneficial part of this football team. You got your quarterback, you got your head coach, who is a defensive-minded head coach. He's made some adjustments on that offensive line to try to make sure that these kids are not kids, but trying to make sure that CJ stays upright Then you go and get those new wide receivers. He's done the things that needed to be done to be put in the right position. And you can't fault what you've been seeing and hearing from the health, the mental side of it, but more importantly, the togetherness for a team to continue to have success.
It's okay to say kids, Hardge. They're 20 years old.
Everybody's a kid to you, Hardge. Everybody's a kid to you, Hardge.
God dang, man. Why you gotta put that out there, Marcus?
But man, what I will add on to that, it seems like the offense is structured around quick decisions and putting the ball in CJ hands and getting it out quick. That's what it sounds like from first talks of what D'Amico said and what CJ and Collins said, basically Nico said, basically getting the ball quick. Get them explosive plays.
That's yards after catch for you people that are not football lingo understanding.
Yeah, that don't mean that they over there trying to drink.
Yeah, they're not drinking.
The yak. Only we know what that yak is about. But yeah, so you start to understand and look at the grand scheme of things and the big picture with this Houston Texan football team. We haven't, obviously camp just started. We haven't had a chance to hear from Joe Mixon. We haven't had a chance yet to hear what Nick Chubb thinks about this offense and what's going to be the expectations moving forward. So there's a lot there, Mark, and they got a lot of ability from all those guys.
If you have a system that's geared around quick hits and outs, that's going to be very beneficial to the running game because that puts the linebackers and safeties in a spot where they have to wait.
Yeah.
They have to wait. They have to sit there in their zones and wait. And that gives the running back an advantage, and he gets a couple of steps on everybody. So, man, this sounds real good for the Texans.
Well, you start to understand, too, that they are prepared for this. They know what that conference is all about. And they know if we can win the conference, we get a home game, and there's a lot that can happen on the path to trying to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not crowning them. I'm just saying I like what I've seen from them. Coming up next, we're going to hear from Mac Brown, Vince Young, and our guy Bob Ballou talking about Arch Manning and what in the hell is wrong with Colin Cowherd. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
The XL ramps being affected by a stalled vehicle on I-35 southbound trying to exit off to MLK Jr. Boulevard. There's about a 10-minute out-of-your drive through some stop-and-go traffic northbound on I-35 from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon. But things are moving right along on Mopac southbound. No delays going from Shoreline Drive over to 183. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This is Nolan Ryan. Everyone has an area of expertise. Mine just happened to be a fastball. The good folks at American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning are the pros to trust when it comes to home comfort. Their independent network of AC dealers are top-notch. They get the job done right. Find your independent American Standard dealer at AmericanStandardAir.com. Comfort the way you like it. AmericanStandardAir.com.
After 48 years, Factory Mattress is going out of business forever. Over $15 million worth of world-class mattress brands must be sold immediately. Up to 80% off at Austin and San Antonio's largest independent mattress retailer. Everything must go, right down to the bare walls. Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. No interest financing is still available. The Factory Mattress going out of business sale is happening now at all 14 locations. Don't miss it.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Hey, when you're ready for a new car, call my friends at Apple Leasing. The number's 346-9977. The website is appleleasing.com. When you lease a car, you only pay for the part of the car that you actually use, and then you turn it back in and get another brand new under warranty car. Do it with Apple Leasing. The number 346-9977. You call them up, tell them about how much you want your monthly payment to be, and then let you know what they can do for you. Maybe you got 3 or 4 different cars in mind. You'll get an honest opinion about what is best for you. You can't go wrong leasing cars from Apple Leasing. I've been doing it for over 20 years, and you should too. It's easy, and that lease payment is a lot less than if you were to actually finance that car. So call them 346-9977. That's 346-9977, or go to their website, which is appleleasing.com.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now, 800-200-0788. 800-200-0788.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like 80s Rock Ride. 80s Rock Ride features Van Halen, Aerosmith, Billy Idol, Def Leppard, and more to jam out in the car.
I stay for a white wedding.
Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search 80s Rock Ride, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
It's the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Coming up in the next segment, we have the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, bringing you his world's strongest take. Mark, what are we thinking about today, my man?
Man, I'm talking about the fighting and stuff in these camps. And, it's not, I'm going to focus on the Cowboys because we're Cowboy Texan centric, but there was fighting going on at like 3 different camps, and they need to cut it out.
All right, we'll get into that conversation. So coming up right now, I want to get into this Arch Manning conversation. Vince Young, Mac Brown, and Bob Ballou started this new podcast called The Stampede. Obviously, it's wrapped around the Texas Longhorns, a lot of Longhorn conversation when you got the GOAT Mac Brown and you got the GOATs in Vince Young, national champion, winning quarterback. And the story Vince has, brought to the table was more about how Arch Manning and Quinn Ewers coexisted. And I'm glad that VY said what he said when it comes to Quinn Ewers, because there had to be some respect put on his name.
One thing about Arch that I really like, that he's, a very humble kid. First of all, he has won the locker room already. And then he has seen it, from Quinn. A lot of people don't give Quinn the respect that he deserved. I really feel like this man played through pain, through injuries, went through all kind of adversity. the media bashing him all the time. And, you know, when I was there, I saw that same situation with Chris Sims. And I was like, whoa, I don't know if I want to play quarterback at the University of Texas, because they was calling him Chrissy and calling him all kind of names. And I really feel like he still played well. So I feel like Arch Manning saw that with Quinn, and it actually helped. And one thing I like about Coach Brown, what he did, he make you redshirt. He wants you to go travel and learn how to travel, you know, write the plays down, you know, be around the quarterbacks and, you know, how to prepare yourself and things like that. And I really felt like that helped me.
He also seems like he listens. He's very humble. He said it's too much has been written about me, more than I've accomplished. I mean, he's kind of self-deprecating, but I like it. He's a whole lot like Vince at the same age.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big. But we've said that, we've alluded to the fact that Arch is being a guy that said he told us, Hardge, like, I really haven't done anything yet on my own. And I appreciate the love and the respect, but I want to do it. And that's the mark of a great future champion, when you want to do it. I don't want to just be on a team that was good. I want to be on a team where I was the star, that I made the bread and everybody got to eat.
Right.
Like, and for him to have that mentality says a lot about his character too, because how many times have we known the chest beaters, Hardge?
Right.
We know the guys that stand in the wings and they got the pom-poms and it's beating their chest, it's me, and they ain't did nothing. Like, for Arch to have that mentality shows that he wants it. And somebody like that is going to demand it of the people that's on the field with him too.
Well, not only that, you start to understand, like you heard it from Vince Young, one of the greatest of all time to play at the University of Texas.
Or anywhere.
Anywhere. And then you have Mac Brown, who understands how the process goes when you come in as a highly touted quarterback. But the thing about it was, and this holds true for the Chris Sims and Chance Mox and Vince Youngs and Major. I mean, all these guys are talented guys, and you have to be talented to come to the University of Texas. It's not everybody just gets a scholarship. No, there's a reason why you were recruited here and become that guy. But the one thing that I always tried to envision was people didn't understand the pain that Quinn was playing through. That's the thing that really bothers me. That is the thing that always drives me nuts, because on the surface, we could sit here and believe that, oh man, he should have did this or he should have did that. We don't know what he was going through the entire time. We didn't know the extent of his ankle injury. There was a lot that he was going through.
And still with the pain, beat A&M, beat Oklahoma, beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
All the rivals, and was able to go to the playoff 2 years in a row with all that pain.
Yep.
What's going to happen at Miami when he gets healthy? And I hope that he's 100% healthy now.
No, we'll see on that. But, you know, I'm just glad that hearing it from somebody with that kind of stroke lets you know that, hey, man, y'all need to put some respect on his name. Now, there's been too much respect being put on Arch's name when it comes to types of things that the national media likes to throw out there. Like one Colin Cowherd. This has to be. I love Colin. He's on in the afternoon here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. You can listen to him from 11 to 2, right up until our guy Craig Way. But you cannot say these idiotic things when it comes to one Arch Manning and, of course, Nick Saban.
In fact, this is the worst kept secret in the South. Haslam, Jimmy, owner of the Browns, huge SEC Tennessee booster, leans heavily on the Manning family. Very close to the Manning family. Yes, that's not make-believe. Arch Manning is part of the Manning family, and this is where Nick Saban comes in. Saban is incredibly close to not only Jimmy Haslam, but Saban's close to the Manning family as well. And so Saban, if he could land, I'm told, a top quarterback like Hardball going to the Chargers for Herbert, he would take a phone call for the NFL. And there are two teams guaranteed to be awful this year in the NFL: Cleveland and the Saints. Nick Saban has coached in Cleveland with the Browns under the Belichick staff, and he coached at LSU. This is not a conspiracy theory. Haslam's circle of trust, according to an article in The Athletic last year, is the Manning family and Jimmy Sexton and Bill Parcells. Sexton is Nick Saban's agent. So the Mannings are royalty in New Orleans. The Children's Hospital in New Orleans is called the Mannings Children's Hospital. And the Mannings are royalty to Jimmy Haslam. Jimmy Haslam also loves headlines. That's why he pushed to draft Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield. They were the most talked about quarterbacks.
Bruh.
Well, you know what? If it comes to pass, then I'll be amazed. But this is all speculation and gasoline on the fire.
Bro, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman, you can hear him every Wednesday right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. He posted this yesterday. He said the relationship between the Mannings and Nick Saban is so good that Arch Manning signed with the University of Texas. That's how good that relationship is.
Yeah.
Nick Saban is friends with everybody. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they've already got him projected as the #1 overall draft pick. Dude's coming back to college next year.
Yes, he is.
Unless he has a Vince Young type of season, is the only way that I would see him leaving the University of Texas.
I still don't think he'll leave. He said that he loves college and he wants to establish himself as the best quarterback.
If he wins the national championship on the walk-off, drop the mic, it'd be hard for him to stay.
If he wins the Natty and he wins the Heisman, you know, what else can you prove?
Yeah, it'd be pretty difficult, but I'm just going by what he said. No. I'm with you. I just understand that it doesn't get any higher than that. You know what I'm saying? You win a national and a Heisman. Coach Sark might tell him, "Hey,
yeah, it's time." And speaking of that, it's almost that time for the world's strongest man bringing you the world's strongest day. I saw what you did there, Mark. I saw what you did there. But to me, thinking about this whole scenario, it goes back to that conversation that we always have. It's the Dallas Cowboys, Texas Longhorns, and now Arch Manning. They go hand in hand. It's not, I don't know why he went there, because of relationships. Come on, dog. We all got relationships. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
The JV and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
A couple of stalled vehicles, both blocking off the right lane. The first one's going southbound on Mopac at Bee Caves Road, and our newest stalled vehicle is also in the right lane on I-35 southbound at Breaker, causing about a 5-minute delay from Tech Ridge Boulevard. There's a 10 to 12-minute slowdown as well on the northbound side of I-35 between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
It's time Time for the pro to get everything for the entire job, all from one partner. To get access to over 3 million products, including many products you won't find in our stores. It's time to get delivery on your schedule or next day on over 50,000 products. And time to get dedicated support on the job site or in our stores. From ordering to planning, we've got you. One partner, any job, all in. Ask about all we can now do at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $500,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
Want to win cash while watching sports? All it takes is 3 simple steps. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks is available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, BETR, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
And Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chevy.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry.
Terry, Terry.
Keep awkwardly
Terry,
chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it.
Woo!
Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Texans running backs Joe Mixon and Damian Pierce are starting training camp on the sidelines while nursing lower body injuries. The Rangers go for a sweep of the Athletics tonight in Arlington. Left-hander Patrick Corbin will start on the mound for Texas. And Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti wants an automatic bid-heavy college football playoff, with his league in the SEC getting half of the 16-team field. I'm Frank Aaron.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Thrivent.
Thrivent. Planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Join iHeartRadio and Sarah Spain in celebrating the 1-year anniversary of iHeart Women's Sports.
With powerful interviews and insider analysis, our shows have connected fans with the heart of women's sports. In just 1 year, the network has launched 15 shows and built a community united by passion.
Amplify the voices of women in sports.
Thank you for supporting iHeart Women's Sports and our founding sponsors, Elf Beauty, Capital One, and Novartis.
Just open the free iHeart app and search iHeart Women's Sports to listen now.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
That's what I do! That's what I do!
You heard that beat drop. You know what that means. WWE Hall of Famer and the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge.
What's up, man?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They're all on me. Guys, my take today is about not just the Dallas Cowboys, but about two other teams that had the same issue at training camp. And I'm gonna really get on the Cowboys because they're not as inept as the other two teams that I'm talking about, the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. You notice something about these teams? They all are failing. They're all losing. And I feel like in my heart of hearts that the Cowboys are better than this. They had 3 fights at practice. The first one was Marquise Bell and tight end Tyler Neville. We know Marquise Bell. We know he's an intense player. But why? Why? And then Sam Williams, they said that he was playing too physical. This is the NFL. That's what losers do. You're playing too, you act like it's the Super Bowl. You should act like it's the Super Bowl. You should. And then you have the rookie, Donovan Ezeraku. Donovan, he just got there. He only know one speed. He only know one way to play. See, it's all these guys that are used to losing. These guys that are being content with just being on the team that have a problem with people playing too hard. Cleveland, I would say the same thing. New Orleans, there's a lot of you can't win with them. They're used to losing. They're conditioned to losing. I'm glad that the people are playing with fire, but as a professional, there is no room for the fighting. You need to tell people, get your game up, play to the best of your ability, and don't get mad when you get your rear end kicked. That's going to make your team better when iron sharpens iron. It's like the movie Rudy. The guy Rudy, the character Rudy was playing so hard that the one guy just couldn't. He's like, oh, you act like it's the championship game. And the coach said, you know what? That sums up your entire career here. Yes, he plays like it's a championship. Maybe you should. You're on the third team. Get out of here. Whoo. That's what's going on in Dallas, guys. They're used to losing. There's a bunch of guys on that team that need to go. And you always say, Mark, man, you want to get rid of everybody. You want to trade, give them a chance. Some people you can't win with them, Hardge. They're conditioned to lose. It's like people that go to jail and they've been in jail so long, they don't want to get out no more. They're institutionalized. It's the exact same thing. All of you guys that's crying and whining, I would say to the coaches, it's time to move on from them. Get other people that want to fight, but just don't do it at practice. What say you?
Well, I mean, yes, you're right. You don't want to be at practice fighting your teammate. You know, you handle that stuff in the locker room. If there's more to it than that, is it an intense environment? Absolutely. Players are trying to stay on teams, not get sent home. So the intensity is going to be there. But you know as well as I do, when you're going up against each other, and it's happening at the very beginning, I just don't understand that. But, you know, we just got to practice. So you can't be that mad at me. I mean, we
just got here.
Yeah, we just got here. How you that mad at me already? But yeah, I just think that that's part of football. Not accepting it, not at all. But I'm just saying, like, you know that they're going to happen as long as it doesn't take away from practice time and it's not one of those big blow-ups where we got to pull people away from each other for 15 minutes, then it's something that is totally different. But I always think about this, Mark, because the injuries that can happen in those particular moments are the ones that people get pissed off about. You can lose your season because you were dumb enough to punch a helmet. You know, you were dumb enough to swing a helmet, or you know, you get on the bottom of that pile and somebody gets on top of you and
broken foot, broken
finger. Just something silly. So it is definitely something to pay attention to, especially once they get really into the practices, because not only will they be going against each other, they'll be going up against other players, other teams, and that is when the fights really will happen.
What do you think about the fact that you don't hear the Eagles and the Chiefs and teams in Buffalo, teams that are winning, doing that? You only hear the teams that's failing.
No, I'm not going to say that. I just think the reason why we don't hear it is because we don't follow those teams as much. I don't think that we are scouring the blogs to find out who got into a fight in Minnesota.
And usually those fights usually happen later in training camp. As y'all said earlier, those you're mad at each other because you only see each other. So at some point, those tensions will boil, and then you brawl off with your teammates until you got another team in front of you.
Yep. So you start to understand what it's all about, and as time goes on, I guarantee you, Mark, if we go back, because think about it, Pittsburgh, they had fights. They had
James Harrison on their team.
And they had Antonio Brown. I mean, they had some fights on there where it was just like Antonio pissing somebody off and they ready to swing on him. Faux show. So
Banging.
Yeah, they're gonna find a way to get him taken care of. But yeah, another great take by the world's strongest man, and I totally understand. We don't need to be out here fighting if we fighting for the same cause. But as always, you already know it only takes one, brother. It only takes one. Coming up to close out hour number one, Vic Schaefer met with the media as they are back at work, and they're going to get a chance to go and play. But I want you to hear Vic Schaefer talk about his team, and he's going to give some love to one of Mark's players that he really, really liked from the year before. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show.
The Texas goes in there to play him in Danny Meyer Coliseum in Florida. Kurt Thomas played the game of his life, and TCU upset Texas. So a month later, they have the rematch in Austin. Texas blows them out of the water. Billy Tubbs did not want to go in and do the postgame. That's when he walked into the news conference, stood at the microphone and said, okay, I'm only going to take 3 questions. And then somebody raised their hand. Why only 3 questions, Coach? Now you're down to 2 questions.
Weekdays at 2.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
A couple of stalled vehicles, both blocking off the right lane. The first one's going southbound on Mopac at Bee Caves Road, and our newest stalled vehicle is also in the right lane on I-35 southbound at Breaker, causing about a 5-minute delay from Tech Ridge Boulevard. There's a 10 to 12-minute slowdown as well on the northbound side of I-35 between Onion Creek Parkway and William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco, or burrito, or both. Try Taco Bell's new crispy chicken taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. Contact store for availability.
Hardball Hardge here for Covert Ford and Hutto. This July, celebrate freedom in summer with a new Ford from Covert Ford Hutto. Right now, get $12,509 off MSRP on a new 2025 Super Duty F-250 Lariat, or $12,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 F-150 Lariat. 2 legendary trucks with star-spangled savings all month long. Visit Covert Ford and Hutto off of 79 or online at covertfordhutto.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Ice Cube's Big 3 live from Cincinnati this Saturday, 1 p.m. on CBS. Physical and fiercely competitive 3-on-3 basketball. Houston must win to keep their playoff hopes alive against the physical Miami 305. Starring Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson coming off a heartbreaking loss. Then Dwight Howard and the surging LA Riot fight the Detroit Amps for a share of first place. Plus 2 more games. Basketball the way it's meant to be played. Big 3 live on CBS and Vice this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. Oh, yay, yay!
There's a lot of uncertainty in the world, but one thing's for sure. You need a PC you can rely on. Whether it's for school, gaming, or whatever your next chapter holds, Lenovo.com has the tech to help you succeed. Shop PCs right now at Lenovo.com during their back-to-school sale, where students can save more when they sign up for a Lenovo Education account. Free shipping, easy returns, flexible financing. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Take me out to the ball game.
Book a stay out of town.
Book a spa package and lounge by the pool.
The kids agree that this trip really rules,
so we'll book an apartment with space for the whole family. And it's 1, 2, 3 clicks away to your perfect Booking.com stay.
The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Official accommodation partner of MLB.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app. The Craig Way Show, with the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball, Hardge, WWE Hall of Famer, World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, and Marcus holding it down. We also want to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to go see Coheeb in Cambria. All you have to do is get over to the iHeartRadio app, the always free iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone and leave the word Sanchez for a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Coheed and Cambria September the 9th at the Moody Center. Your keyword of the day is Sanchez. Mark, I want you to check this out, bro. Look at this.
Nice.
You see that? Your boy can clean his glasses, can clean his phone. We got merch. Hey, but
we're moving on up.
Vic Schaefer got a chance to meet with the media yesterday, and he talked a little bit about where his team is compared to where they were at this time last year.
How different, from your notice so far, is this particular group at this time of year from, say, a year ago?
Yeah, I think they've been great. I think really you have to look at the kids that we've added to the team, from Aaliyah Crump to our kids out of the portal that we added. And I think our current team is really excited about those kids. They really appreciate how they've been able to come in, blend in, and at the same time, their work ethic matches the work ethic of our returning players. And so it's been, it's really been good to come in, and kids are in early. If we lift at 8, they're in here at 7:15, 7:30, getting shots up. And so I think for me as a head coach, knowing that we have that kind of work ethic in our building, in our locker room, this time of year is encouraging. And I think they're excited about our trip to Toronto, getting to play some high quality competition. It's not your typical foreign tour where you go over and beat the crap out of a couple, 2-3 teams, and you're touring the country and experiencing a bunch of different cultures. This will be a pretty competitive event, and we'll play some very good, well-coached teams. And so I think they've kind of got that in their mind as well.
And then the other part of it is one of your favorite players, Mark, was Justice Carlton, and he got a chance to talk about her development and where she is right now.
Probably the one that sticks out the most is Justice. She's, again, it's way early, but I'm really encouraged by her. She's really different. Looks like the kid that we were trying to recruit, her junior year before she got hurt in the summer. And so she looks really good, has a great attitude. She's just been different in such a really good way.
Wow. Hardge. Like, don't get me all fired up this early, man. The season ain't even started yet.
We ain't even got the football yet.
Man, my heart don't need to be doing this. No, I don't need that right now. But I'm going to tell you, Texas lacked one thing with that team that could have won the national championship. And that is a consistent secondary scorer. And if that comes by committee, great. If it's Crump, if it's Carlton, somebody else has to score opposite of the star.
Madison Booker. Yep.
And Madison does her thing, but she needs that Scottie Pippen.
Well, somebody that had a great offseason, played for the USA team, was Jordan Lee. She has been unbelievable. They won the gold. Madison Booker won the gold. So they have had a very, very eventful offseason and continue to get better and better every step of the way. So, yeah, there's some things that are happening, and this basketball team is getting a chance, as he said, to go play in Toronto, play against some quality teams, see where they are. He went on to say during that time that everybody hadn't been together as of yet. But what he has seen, he's been very impressed with the way that the squad has been rolling.
The thing that stood out the most out of all the things he said was that practice, that their lifting starts at 8 o'clock. He's got people coming in 45 minutes early, Hardge.
Yep.
When you have players bought in to where Hey, I'll be there at 7. I'll be there at 7:15. Get up some extra shots, dude. That's where you coaching with house money. You gambling with. Well, we can't say gambling in college, but you're on the plus side of things when you got kids coming in 45 minutes early to do some extra.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I mean, there's a lot that you continue to try to understand in these particular moments and what this team is trying to achieve. You said it. They were a couple players away from winning the national championship. If they can get to that point again, I think they finished the job. I know that they've been putting in the work for it. I know that they've been scouring. You look at their transfer portal. You think about Rory Harmon coming back, Preston being better, even though, she was great last year. She's going to be better and more mature. Yeah, we just talked about Jordan Lee and how she was the only three-point shooting threat. And that's the other part of it. Texas doesn't shoot a lot of threes, man. Like, that is something that eventually does catch up with you. So you have to be able to find somebody that can knock them down, and she just happens to be the one, Jordan Lee, that was hitting more consistently than last year.
And if you can get more out of Lee and you can get more out of Carlton, who plays so hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing why I liked her so much is her intensity. Like, man, she'll get under your shirt, like defensively. Like, that's a Coach Vic trademark. He wants defensive players.
Yeah.
And that she just standing up. I love it.
Yeah. Coming up next, we're going to talk to the father of left tackle Trevor Gooseby, Michael Gooseby, and his other son who's in charge of his NIL. We'll talk about his son that is also being recruited by the University of Texas. We also have our guy Dave Joust talking about Home Run Derby at the Round Rock Express, and Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us at 8:34. You don't want to miss hour number 2, and it starts in just a moment right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight, and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com. Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
You've got an app for music, an app for photos, maybe even one that helps you sleep. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about the Houston Texans. We also talked about Vince Young and Mac Brown talking about Arch Manning and Quinn Ewers and the craziness which Colin Cowherd always wants to talk. We also have Mark's strongest take as he continued to talk about fighting in the NFL. And we got a chance to hear from Coach Vic Schaefer talking about the women's basketball team. Right now, we are being joined by the father of one of the Texas Longhorns offensive line, Michael Gooseby, and his son Grant, who handles his NIL for his boys as well. Good morning, fellas. How are you guys doing today?
Good morning, Mike.
Good. Thank you, man, for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all taking the time to come on with us. I know it's a busy time, and we have been talking about this for a while, Michael, getting you on to just kind of give a father's perspective about some of these things and some of the things that we go through during the recruiting process. And obviously with Grant being the businessman that he is, now he understands what it's all about as well. But let's talk about it because football season is right around the corner. Everybody's excited about it. We talk about it every single day, but now we are less than a week away from camp actually starting. And what has it been like during the off season, Mike, taking the time to watch your son get ready for the upcoming season?
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, we got you.
Yeah, no, it's been exciting. I'll be honest with you, I don't get to see Trevor as much as I would like to as dad because he's pretty much tied up in working out and wrapping up summer school. But every time I see him, he's a little bigger. And I'm really shocked half the time when I see him that he's gotten as big as he has. But he's had a great off-season workouts, and he's just attacked it as a leader. I'm excited for him. I'm just pumped that he gets an opportunity now to kind of showcase who he is and what he's about from a leadership perspective. So they've given him that platform, and that's been exciting for me to watch as a dad. I love watching all my kiddos do their thing, but man, to watch this kid from where he came from 3 years ago, and Grant can talk to that as well, but it's been exciting, and I'm just looking forward to the season, man. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of the countdown.
Everybody's waiting on that countdown as well, but 38 days away, so everybody's ready for football. But let's talk, Grant, I want to come back to you because obviously, you know, as a father, we're one way. As a big brother, you're another way. But also now you're handling the business side of this for him. What's a day like for him as far as being able to meet all the expectations that some of these endorsees are looking for?
Yeah, for him, that's kind of why I'm in the position I am, because he doesn't have to deal with that day-to-day stuff. His main goal right now is keeping the main thing, and that's focusing on football. This season's big. This Ohio State game is going to be a big game for him and a big test, and that's what we're looking for. And so for all the outside stuff, that's where I come in and handle all of that, take all calls, talk with him. And I know him so well that I can do it without him there. And so he has that kind of trust that he knows what I say goes. And obviously I'm going to agree on him, but we're going to make sure that he stays focused with football. He's not worried about anything else. And I'm handling all the outside stuff. So his day-to-day right now, it's not too bad, especially before fall camp. We got like a week left, some time off, some GA practices, things like that. But then when fall camp swings around, that's full time. And that's when we're fully locked in. So he's chilling right now. He's got a little bit of downtime, building some Legos, getting into fashion more, stuff like that. But as soon as fall camp hits, about a week and a half, or less than a week actually, that's really when it's going to hit. So
yeah, I'm interested in the fact too, because being a manager, you have to be able to set a schedule for him to be able to make appearances, do the meet and greets, and talk to certain people that kind of are helping this thing roll. But then you also have to work around his schedule. So does he give you a schedule and say, this is when I'm working out, this is where I'll be during this time, and if anything I need to do, work around that schedule?
Yeah, so we have a Google Calendar that we all share between the family, so that we know, especially for Austin, because if you watch my youngest brother, he's been doing pretty good in the basketball side. So we got to know where everyone is at all points. So if we need to hop on a call, we can. But for him, I'm knowing where he's at if it's 5 a.m. workouts, or it's 4 p.m. runs, or if it's ladders, or if it's sand, or if he's in the tank. I have his location. I can check that as well. But that's important so that we can always stay connected and stay on the phone, because communication is key, especially dealing with how urgent everything is nowadays with NIL and needing to get stuff done like that.
Yeah.
It's important that we stay connected in that way. So I'm always knowing where he is at for the most part. I was with him yesterday, and the best part is I'm 30 minutes from him. So if I need to see him, I can just go knock on his door and walk right in, and I'm good. So yeah.
Yeah, we're talking to the Goosebys as they get ready for a big upcoming football season. But you mentioned it, Grant. Your brother, Austin, one of the top recruits in the country, has been traveling all over the United States. And every single week I see his name continue to pop up and pop up and pop up. And I know that he has a lot of recruiting visits that are set up. But I know Texas Longhorn fans are all about the Longhorns, and when is he going to make his visit to the University of Texas?
That's a great question. I think we have it set actually for UT.
I think it's the first game of the season at home. What is that?
San Jose State. Yeah. So I believe that's when we're doing the official, and I'm excited for it. I really like the coaching staff here. I will say there is no bias. We're going to go with any team that has the best coaching. And Trevor will tell you that firsthand. Even though we're generational Longhorns, but we're going with the best coaching, and we really love Coach Miller. I've gotten on the phone with him. Love assistant Coach Malaghy as well, and just what they've been able to do. They're new head coaches to Texas, but I'm excited to see what they have and are able to put out there. And when we get down there for the OV, I'm really excited to pick their brains, hear a little bit more. But yeah, we really like them.
Mike, talk about the trips and what you've been able to see. Peach Jam, going to Memphis, and being able to travel and watching Austin evolve as a basketball player in such a short period of time.
It's been amazing. I'm just dad. I get to be dad. Grant and his brother Trevor, they do a great job of kind of staying on him and following him. But just me as a dad, I just get kind of enjoy just being a dad, watching him play, his growth mentally, as far as what he's been able to do in front of some of the biggest crowds of college coaches has been exciting. But it is a full-time job managing that situation. Mama does a phenomenal job of kind of keeping the main thing. So I'm lucky. Like, I literally just get to be dad. I get to go watch him play. I don't have to critique him. I don't have to tell him anything, because I mean, I've got the greatest situation from a family perspective, because his brothers know exactly what he has to work on. They're pretty hard. Excuse me. They're pretty hard on him. So it's been fun though. I will say that meeting all of these college coaches everybody. Coach Miller's been great. The whole Texas staff's been phenomenal. Just jumping in and making him a priority, which is really nice to see. So it's going to be interesting on that first official visit when he's down there watching his brother practice and warm up for the game. I'm excited for that. So, but it's been great. Yeah, we just got back from Beach Jam, 10 long days. Wow, lots of basketball. In Augusta, Georgia, which there's really nothing going on in Augusta, Georgia, but basketball.
It wasn't the Masters, right?
It wasn't the. You don't even get to see the Masters because they got everything blocked off with trees. So
right.
But it was fun. We had a good time. Long 2 weeks, but we've got some official visits kind of lined up now over the next couple of months, and we'll kind of like Grant said, we're going to find the best coaching staff, the best situation, because he's the one that's got to go and perform at a high level. So we're excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys as well. It's been great getting to spend some time with you each and watching the process of it all. I got a chance to be at the TABC that big weekend, and there were so many college coaches that were there, and got to see you maneuver around and kind of talk to everybody. Got to see Grant and meet Grant for the first time. And so you're right. It is a family business, and you guys have done a great job managing it. And I saw Austin talk about you, Grant, being you're the big brother that kind of handles everything and keep everybody locked in. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time, and I wish y'all the best of luck. And as time get closer, who knows? Maybe Austin will do his commitment on our show. We'll never know. We'll see.
We'll never know. Mike, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for having us on.
I appreciate it, of course.
No problem. I'll be in touch, and best of luck to you guys. And like I said, I'll be following the whole way.
Yep. I'll see you next month.
All right, brother. Y'all be safe.
Brother. Take care.
The Goosebys. Michael Gooseby, the father of Trevor, and the big bro, Grant, taking care of business for the family. When we come back, we're going to talk Texas baseball. Well, we're not talking Texas baseball. We're going to talk Round Rock Express and a big event that is happening right here in Austin, Texas. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll have those conversations right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Gear up, music fans. Hyundai is back as a proud partner of the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Join us as our electrifying all-star lineup hits the stage like never before.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Some big delays on Highway 290 westbound. Reports of a crash before Old Highway 20 has you backed up from FM 973, causing a 20 to 25 minute slowdown. Also on 290, both east and westbound, a crash at First Street has the left shoulder blocked off eastbound and the right shoulder blocked off westbound, causing a 5-minute backup in both directions. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
It is time for you to express yourself on your license plate. Hi, it's Bob Pickett. Now, listen, I know I've been noticing more personalized license plates around the Austin area, around Texas during my travels. Have you expressed yourself? Go to myplates.com. It's so easy to do. Myplates.com, the one-stop plate shop in Texas. Over 500 official plate designs, Texas themes, colors, sports college. Express yourself. And if you mention the code KVET, you can save up to $55, but just for a limited time. Code KVET, myplates.com.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now, 800-200-0788. 800-200-0788.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. Then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Pickleball is the fastest growing court sport in the world, and no one makes playing pickleball safer, more comfortable, and quicker on your feet than Tyrell. Tyrell is the first purpose-built shoe made specifically for playing pickleball. Tyrell shoes are made with the famous Vibram outsole. Remember, Tyrol. If you want to elevate your game, you want to play longer, more comfortably, go to TyrellPickleball.com and experience how Tyrell can help your game while making you look like a real pro.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reductions using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. I'm laughing because if you're watching on our YouTube page or watching us on stream, this is the only way that this man can survive. He is working. He's a baseball guy, and he is my former manager, and he will be taking place in the MLB Home Run Derby that will be taking place at the Dell Diamond this weekend, Saturday. You need to get over there. He is my guy, Dave Joust. How you doing, Jousty? Jousty, can you hear me?
I'm in and out. I'm sorry. I hope it's coming out. Can you hear me?
Now I got you. I got you now. So, well, let me guess. Okay. You're at the ballpark watching a prospect try to hit the ball to right center field.
Actually, they're taking ground balls right now. In about 10 minutes, I'll be throwing batting practice. And I don't know if I don't know what country you're in as far as football, but we have a Texas A&M third baseman that I'll be throwing to in about 15 minutes. Wyatt Hensler.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this, because you are a pitching machine. People look at you. Pete Alonso wants to make sure that every time he's in the home run derby that you are throwing to him, and you're making your way to Round Rock, Texas, because you used to be with the Boston Red Sox, and Kevin Millar and Manny Ramirez are like, we need to bring Jousey in here so we could try to win this home run derby.
That I'm blessed to still be throwing. The rest of my body is sore. Back, knee, my mind, of course, as you knew when I had to manage you, when I got to manage you, but you knew it was. But my arm has stayed good, and I can throw every day and as long as I need to. And I get to join this. I mean, in such an exciting event. It has brought a lot of young people involved, a lot of women involved, young girls involved, because we have women player too, along with the Todd Fraziers and Kevin Millars and Manny Ramirez and Adrian Gonzalez, and then some young amateur players in your area too. It will be some kind of event there.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I was going to participate in it, but I'm happen to be going on vacation. My son is playing in a basketball tournament, and then we're taking a little vacation after that, or else I would have been there and I would have had you throwing to me again. I would have probably had you throw me some sliders, because you can always mix those in there a little bit.
Your bat speed was always slider bat speed, so that's the reason.
I love it. Hey, I wanted to ask you this because a lot of people don't know this about you. You used to be my manager. You've been around the game. You've been a first base coach. You've been a third base coach. You've been a bench coach. You've done it all in the game. You've been a scout. Now you're an advisor for the Washington Nationals. But before all that, you knew Texas baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle from back in the day. And when we got together at the All-Star game, you said, hey, Hardge, you know that me and Schlossnagle go way back. And I was like, I had no idea. But it is a great relationship nonetheless.
Yes, and this is it. I mean, a lot of the reason I have a lot of contacts is because I've been around a long time. So that's the first reason. And being in this game, my wife always uses the term that people get thrown in this big recycle bin and is spun around and spat out. Well, I remember Jim Schlossnagle when he was and a young coach at Elon College, and I was the head coach at Atlantic Christian, and we were both in the NIAI Carolinas Conference, and that's in the mid-'80s. And then I saw him being tutored and mentored by Rick Jones, who was a tremendous college coach at both Tulane and at Elon, and a recruiter for Jim Morris at Georgia Tech. And then he was a senior advisor at UNC Wilmington. Rick Jones and Schlossnagle got an opportunity to be with those men like I got the opportunity to be with the Felipe Alous of this world and Grady Littles of this world. And we're all better for it. And hopefully my wish and my prayers are that our players, all the players that we get to impact, are better for it also, and then pass on to, like you're passing on to your son.
No doubt. We're talking to Dave Joust. He is a advisor with the Washington Nationals. He will be in town throwing to multiple players during this home run derby that will take place at the Round Rock Express at the Dell Diamond this weekend, 7:00 on Saturday night. It's a 3-on-3 baseball format, and it's an exciting time strictly because of the fact that when you look at the grand scheme of things and the big picture of it, that these guys are still being impacted by this game. It's still giving you an opportunity to be in touch with these types of players. But my question to you, Jousey, is how did you get roped back into doing this with these guys?
Well, and again, it's that big recycle bin. My oldest son is a scout in the Carolinas for the San Francisco Giants. Well, they have a really good Pro 5 faith-based academy in Holly Springs, just a little bit south of Raleigh. And DJ took me when I had some before spring training, like 4 years ago. He took me to see one of the players that he really liked. It's a kid that's now a kid named Ryan Clifford, who's a big time prospect with the Mets. He was originally drafted by the Astros, traded to the Mets, but I got to see him and got to meet the coaching staff at Pro 5. And the Pro 5 coaching staff was working with Major League Baseball to put this function, this Home Run Derby X, internationally. And because I threw really good BP, they needed all of a sudden Major League Baseball realized that you had to have good BP pitchers for a home run derby, because they had found some really bad guys. I mean, nobody was hitting home runs. They were taking all the pitches. So they wanted to get one of their key emphasis was to get good BP throwers. And I still throw quality BP. I still get an opportunity to do that and love to do it. So I've been able to throw in London, Mexico City, South Korea for Chase Utley, Daniel Murphy. You know, it doesn't matter. And it's really, I think it gets a lot of new people involved in the game. I know people talk about Savannah Bananas. I think it's great for baseball that Savannah Bananas are doing what they're doing, because it gets a whole new generation and people that are excited about the game of baseball, because I believe the game's great, but we've lost some fans over the last 20 years. We need to get them back.
Yeah, and I think this way is one of the best ways to get it done by doing the home run derbies at different locations.
It is. Everybody loves a home run.
No doubt. I got a question for you, though. What did you think about the All-Star game and the fact that they went to a swing off and a home run derby to break the tie?
I don't think we should ever use that in a regulation championship game or in a but still throwing BP as the third base coach for LA after sitting for 9 innings in the dugout, going out and coaching third, and now all of a sudden he's throwing pumping strikes to Schwarber. It was and those guys are studs. They were like little kids playing, and that's what it's like. The Derby X. It's like Manny's in his backyard again playing. It's like Adrian Gonzalez is in the playgrounds playing, or it's like when Carlos Gomez was there, like he was in the Dominican playing in some sandlot field there. And so I thought it was a great thing. It's a heck of a lot better than seeing the old commissioner put his hands up and say, "Oh, I don't know."
Jousey, I'm going to let you go with this. It was great to see you at the All-Star game last year in Texas. I'm disappointed that I'm not going to get to see you this weekend, but I just want you to know you've been a big impact in my life from the day that we met. You and your beautiful wife, Billy, were always there for me. You continue to be there for me. And to think 35 years ago, I was drafted by the Montreal Expos, and then you becoming my manager and us spending so much time together. I am thankful for our relationship, my friend.
It's a two-way street. We are too. Billy and I talk about you all the time, Michael.
Well, I want to thank you, and I want you to see something behind me is that picture of me and Randy Wilstead for Smokey the Bear when we did that photo shoot
that
for
is
you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, I still have that in my room, in my study. And so I wanted to make sure that you got a chance to see that. Jousey, best of luck to you. Tell everybody in your family I said hello, and I'm sorry that I'm going to miss you this weekend, buddy.
Peace. We'll see you again down the line somewhere. Thank you, guys.
No problem. There he is. David Joust will be participating this weekend in the Home Run Derby at the Dale Diamond, throwing to Kevin Millar, throwing to Manny Ramirez, and so many other guys. Coming up next, we've got Eric Henry of Horns 247 talking a little Texas football, all right here on a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
the JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Delays are growing due to a crash on 290 westbound before Old Highway 20. You're backed up from FM 973, now costing about a 30 to 40-minute out of your drive. Looking at a Mopac going southbound at Bee Cave Road, a stalled vehicle has the right lane blocked off, causing a 3 to 5 minute loss of time from Windsor. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Looking for top quality permanent fencing for your home or business? Look no further than Viking Fence. With over 50 years of experience in Central Texas, Viking Fence delivers craftsmanship you can trust. Whether you need wood, iron, or a custom solution, Viking has the perfect fence to fit your needs. What sets Viking Fence apart? They source the finest quality Western red cedar lumber direct from the mill, the most durable and attractive fence material available. Plus, they offer 3 grades of fence pickets to meet every budget. So whether you want Viking to install your fence or you're taking on the project yourself, call Viking Fence today. They pride themselves on excellent work, outstanding service, and an honest reputation. Call 512-601-8911 for a free estimate. That's 512-601-8911. Or visit VikingFence.com/radio. That's VikingFence.com/radio for your free estimate today. When you think fence, think Viking.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text CHART to 321321. CHART to 321321. CHART to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
A couple years ago, I was in the bathroom at the airport when I dropped my smartphone in the toilet. Not smart. I was multitasking when I should have been focused on the job at hand. Embarrassing, but I'm not alone. According to Google, 7 million other multitaskers accidentally dropped their phones into the bowl last year. A gentle reminder that right now you can get yourself a brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 absolutely free with a $35 plan from Pure Talk. The A36 comes with scratch-resistant Gorilla Glass and a battery that'll last all day, along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes. That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, mostly cloudy early with sunshine in the afternoon, a high of 98. Clear tonight, a low of 74. Friday, partly cloudy, a high in the upper 90s.
This report is sponsored by BetOnline. BetOnline is the ultimate destination for all your sports wagering needs in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-timer, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. Always the largest selection of odds from football, pro and college basketball, hockey to cage fighting. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Join iHeartRadio and Sarah Spain in celebrating the 1-year anniversary of iHeart Women's Sports.
With powerful interviews and insider analysis, our shows have connected fans with the heart of women's sports. In just 1 year, the network has launched
launched 15 shows and built a community united by passion.
Podcasts that amplify the voices of women in sports.
Thank you for supporting iHeart Women's Sports and our founding sponsors, Elf Beauty, Capital One, and Novartis.
Just open the free iHeart app and search iHeart Women's Sports to listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
You're muted.
Shout out to the Goosebys. Shout out to my guy, Dave Joust, who will be throwing at the Home Run Derby. Cameron, shout out to Cameron and Abby, my niece, and her co-worker. And right now we are joined by my guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _. And you can also follow him right here as he'll be taking over for me this next coming week as I will be on vacation and Eric will be driving the bus of the morning kickoff with Mark Henry. E, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, man. First off, appreciate the opportunity to fill in for the great Mike Hardge next week. Appreciate that, fellas. And also, this is kind of an inside joke, but I will make sure to avoid any sushi over on Riverside. That was a one and done opportunity, and I paid for it yesterday. I see Marcus laugh in the background.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy, and I appreciate you flipping the day with me because Mark had to do some other stuff. But I want to get into this Texas football team, and we're getting closer and closer to opening up camp. We had Trevor Goosby's pop on a little bit earlier. He's chomping at the bit. He was saying that his son is chomping at the bit. But you're also chomping at the bit because you just wrote an article over at Horns 247 talking about this offensive line and what the expectations are for this upcoming season.
Yeah, absolutely. Our offensive line preview is up at horns247.com. You know, for the most part, it feels, even though Texas is replacing 4 new starters, Steve Sarkisian has been very adamant in saying, hey, we're not young. We're just a little inexperienced, right? Cole Hudson's been with the program 4 years. Nato Umuzulu's been with the program for several years. So they do have guys that are stepping into roles. And even Trevor Goosby been with the program a couple years. Same thing with Brandon Baker. They have guys who've been around, who've learned under Kyle Flood, but they are inexperienced. And I will say this is just my gut feeling heading into next week. It appears as if more or less 4 of the 5 offensive line positions are locked up. My feelings, it'll be Trevor Goosby at left tackle, Nato Umuzulu at left guard, Cole Hudson at center, DJ Campbell at right guard. And I still think it'll be Brandon Baker at right tackle, but you got to keep an eye on Andre Kojo and some other guys there. But yes, this offensive line, when I did my confidence series, confidence in each Texas position group on the roster, I had offensive line at 10th. It's not that I don't think this group will develop and will play well, but in comparison to some of the other positions on the roster, still a lot for them to prove between now and August 30th.
So let me ask you this. I mean, I love the projection and I love the way it looks, but Brandon Baker, he's the guy that coming into the University of Texas, there was a lot of high hope and expectation, but he had some guys that were in front of him. What do you think he took away from some of those guys that were that he was sitting behind and learned from along the way?
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at his spot, right? Whether it was a Christian Jones, who, of course, helped pave the way for a Cam Williams. Cam Williams now paving the way for a Brandon Baker or an Andre Kojo. I think the biggest thing you take away, and this is just my perspective, I think Kyle Flood is one of the best offensive line coaches in the nation. He has, earned the respect of his peers for a reason. The biggest thing, and this isn't specific, kind of to Brandon Baker, but just offensive line as a whole, there's a reason that they haven't gone to the portal. Now, that doesn't mean they haven't tried, but more or less, when it's come time to, pursue certain offensive linemen in the portal versus the guys they have on their roster, they've been comfortable saying, hey, we have an entire group who have learned under Kyle Flood, how he wants to do things, how he expects things to look. And I'm a firm believer, guys, offensive line, it is a mental position more than anything else. Of course, you need to have the physical traits, but you can't play offensive line, in my opinion, and have 3, 4, 5 position coaches, right? When you have 3, 4, 5 voices in your head saying your feet need to be this, your hand need to be this, you're all screwed up. So I think the biggest thing more than anything else is he can look at the guys who have come through the program over the last 2-3 years, the success they've had, and say, if I just follow that plan, I can then replicate that.
Well, and that's one of the things too that I continue to try to figure out is, to your point, they are inexperienced, but it's not like they hadn't been at the University of Texas. I looked at it. There's guys that have all played some form or fashion within the last couple years, so they understand schemes. They understand the expectation of being as an offensive lineman. The other room that I'm pretty excited about is the wide receiver room. That room doesn't have a lot of catches per se, but they've had a lot of guys that have spent some time on the football field that have made some plays as well.
Yeah, Hardge, you saying that gives me an opportunity to recite one of my favorite, and I'm not a big prediction guy, but this is one of my favorite predictions, all right? I will say it again till I'm blue in the face. If you take a look at Ryan Wingo, then compare his numbers to Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. Of course, Jeremiah Smith, the super freshman at Ohio State, Ryan Williams, how many times you hear he's only 17 years old at Alabama, right?
Yeah.
If you gave Ryan Wingo a similar number of targets as Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams had last year, his numbers would be very similar. Steve Sarkisian's even come out and said that, hey, if Ryan Wingo were playing, in a different team or a different situation to where maybe he was the focal point of the offense, you would know a lot more about him. It is my firm belief. The numbers that I've projected, again, I'm not a big projection guy, but I think Ryan should be the number one receiver on this team. And if you just take a look at the number of snaps that the number one receiver has played over the last, really 4 years for Steve Sarkisian, dating back to his first year, around 800 to 850 snaps, I think Wingo's a guy who's easily 60 to 65 catches, 1,100 yards, double-digit touchdowns. So that is the focal point in my perspective of that room. But don't forget, DeAndre Moore is still coming into his own. He was a highly touted recruit. Really high on Emmett Mosley. We're hearing the things, and especially a guy like him who was injured for the first part of his tenure at Stanford, he'll have a chance to hit the ground running. And then, of course, the slew of underclassmen who are behind them. So I'm really high on this receiver room. Just going to, kind of take time for them to develop that rapport with Arch Manning.
Which young player would you say in that wide receiver room would be the one that pops?
I'll give you two. You got to keep it on Khalil Lockett because I think he has the opportunity to do things, not just in the receiver room, but maybe on special teams. And Steve Sarkisian has been very adamant. Whenever we recite the young receivers, he always says, "Don't forget about Dalen McCutcheon." If you heard it from the head man's mouth, you got to keep it on Dalen McCutcheon, no doubt.
I like it. You can hear all of that and even more with my guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 as he'll be filling in for me. So be ready. You're going to get a lot of Texas talk because it is that time, folks. And if you're going to kick off the practice week, what better way than having somebody that's on the ground every single day talking about it. E, as always, thank you for taking the time. I'm sure we'll be talking soon because I got to let you know, got to get you the password to get in the building plan.
Appreciate it, Hardge. Appreciate it, fellas.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Coming up next, we're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. The Hall of Fame members were announced, and we have those names. And, of course, I got so much more I need to talk to y'all about before we send y'all to the weekend. For me, anyway. When we come back right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Light the tower burnt orange.
Grounded to short, backhanded by Good, fires to first. Texas wins the national championship.
Texas softball has won their first national championship in program history.
The Longhorns are on top of the college softball world.
1300 The Zone, the home of national champion Texas softball.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Delays are growing due to a crash on 290 westbound before Old Highway 20. You're backed up from FM 973, now costing about a 30 to 40-minute out of your drive. Looking at a Mopac going southbound at Bee Cave Road, a stalled vehicle has the right lane blocked off, causing a 3 to 5 minute loss of time from Windsor. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Cedar Park Overhead Doors. A new garage door is a smart way to boost home value. And at Cedar Park Overhead Doors, you can have one installed starting at $69 a month with 0% APR for 18 months on approved credit. Book your free estimate at cedarparkgaragedoors.com.
Ice Cube's Big Three live from Cincinnati this Saturday, 1 p.m. on CBS. Physical and fiercely competitive 3-on-3 basketball. Houston must win to keep their playoff hopes alive against the physical Miami 305. Starring Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson coming off a heartbreaking loss. Then Dwight Howard and the surging LA Riot fight the Detroit Amps for a share of first place. Plus 2 more games. Basketball the way it's meant to be played. Big Three live on CBS and Vice this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific.
Yay! Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $1,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com. Together, let's drive.
Craig Way here, and no matter who you listen to on the air and no matter which team you root for, we can all agree in recommending Dr. Greg Eckert as your dentist. Dr. Eckert has been serving the Austin area for 30 years now. He's been my dentist for more than a decade. Greg Eckert and his staff will show you what your situation is, and they'll tell you what they can do to help so that you can make the informed decision about your dental health care needs. Give Dr. Eckert a call today at 512-345-3166. They're open on Fridays if that works for you. 512-345-3166 for Dr. Greg Eckert.
Want to win cash while watching sports? All it takes is 3 simple steps. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win some cash. It's that simple. Better Picks is available in 33 states, including Texas, California, and Georgia. Download the Better app today. That's Better, BETR, and get a free $10, no deposit necessary. Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Take me out to the ball game.
Book a stay out of town.
Book a spa package and lounge by the pool.
The kids agree that this trip really rules,
so we'll book an apartment with space for the whole family. And it's 1, 2, 3 clicks away to your perfect Booking.com stay.
The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
Official accommodation partner of MLB.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
After 48 years, Factory Mattress is going out of business forever. Over $15 million worth of world-class mattress brands must be sold immediately. Up to 80% off at Austin and San Antonio's largest independent mattress retailer. Everything must go, right down to the bare walls. Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. No interest financing is still available. The Factory Mattress going out of business sale is happening now at all 14 locations. Don't miss it.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
When it comes to back-to-school shopping at Target, you can choose not to choose. From getting what you need to expressing who you are. With prices that make every choice feel right, why not choose all of the above? From backpacks, bedazzled kicks, and picture day perfect styles as bold as they are. For bring your own lunch days to science project partner days, snack stash days, decorate your locker days, and paint outside the line days. All at prices that will definitely make your day. For all of the above, it's back to school at Target.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
You heard Coach Sark. This is where your home is for Texas Longhorns athletics. You can hear all the games right here on AM 1300 The Zone and always free on the iHeartRadio app. As you can also listen to the Craig Way Show, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, this afternoon, 2 to 5 right here. And he's giving away Dave Campbell's Texas Football, so you can make sure to tune in to that show as well. Man, oh man, what one hell of a show that we've had here on the morning kickoff. We talked the Houston Texans. We also got a chance to hear Mac Brown and VY talk about the quarterback position at the University of Texas, past and present. We also got a chance to talk to Michael Gooseby and his son, Grant Gooseby, talking about Texas football as they are the father and business manager, brother, of Trevor Gooseby, offensive lineman for the University of Texas. We also talked to my former manager and good friend, David Joust, as he will be participating in the Home Run Derby this weekend at the Dell Diamond. You need to make sure that you make your plans to get out there. They will have it all taking place at 7 o'clock on Saturday at the Dell Diamond. As I told you before, they can never control everything that happens on the field during the season. The Round Rock Express president Chris Amadeus and general manager Timmy Jackson. But what they can do in these particular moments is bring some excitement to the ballpark. So make sure that you can get out there. Again, the names are Reese Atwood, Tommy Frazier, Kevin Minch, Elizabeth Mason, Josh Reddick, Travis Sanders, Grady Emerson, Adrian Gonzalez, Maya Perez, Manny Ramirez, Katie Stewart, Kevin Millar, Hunter Pence, and Nick Swisher will all be in attendance as well. But yesterday we got an opportunity to announce two inductees in the Texas Hall of Honor, and they were Rod Wright from Texas football team and Haley Eckerman from Texas volleyball. And if you missed those audio and any of those past interviews, get over to the podcast page wherever you get your podcast. But they will all be inducted September the 12th at 7 o'clock at the LBJ Auditorium and Conference Center on UT campus. You can get over to TexasLonghorns.com to get your tickets. They're only $25. And like I said, it will be Friday, the September the 12th, right before the UT El Paso game. But there's other names that are being inducted. Bobby Mitchell, Kyle Russell from baseball, Nancy Ledbetter Ramsbottom, Tiffany Jackson, Royale with Cheese Ivy, Nicole Devonish Gilmore, Nate Dusing, and Christian Wingler Burton will all be inducted into the Texas Longhorn Hall of Honor. I know that I got a chance to talk to Haley a little bit more. She was more than thankful for her opportunity to be inducted in there. She was overwhelmed. She was excited. She was all those things that you thought you would be when you're full of emotion in those particular moments. So I couldn't be happier for all of those people and for us to be able to do the first interviews with Haley and Rod Wright, two people that mean so much to this university, national champion winners and All-Americans, and you special honor. So it's a pretty cool deal when you get a chance to have that happen. Also, you want to make sure that you continue to tune in. As I said, I will be on vacation starting as soon as, 10 minutes from now. Your boy will be on vacation for a while. And Eric Henry of Horns 247 will be covering all things Texas Longhorns. He'll be leading the charge as I will be out. Mark Henry will be back on as well. But let me just tell you this. We had so much fun this week, and we continue to have this fun. But the thing that you need to understand is We are truly just getting started because football season is right around the corner. We will have it covered wall to wall. As we said, this is your home for Texas football. This is where you will hear all the games, and you can always follow because it's always free on the iHeartRadio app. Make sure you tune in this afternoon for Craig Way and his show as he'll be continuing these conversations. You heard Vic Schaefer. The coaches are ready. Football season is upon us. We'll have more Dallas Cowboys. We'll also have the Houston Texans, as you heard earlier in the show. Marcus, I know that you're going to be holding it down while your boy is out of town, but you got to lock in, baby. It's that time. It's that time for the squads.
It's all excitement now. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, everybody's lined up. Mark asked me, Mark and I were talking the other day, and he was saying, hey, thinking about this basketball. I was like, bro, nobody's talking basketball no more. And it is time for football. As you know, all the teams are in camps now. Pittsburgh was the last team to report. They reported yesterday, so you'll be hearing a lot from Aaron Rodgers. You'll hear from Cam Hayward, and you'll hear, obviously, from Mike Tomlin. You'll also hear from Brian Schottenheimer this week. Coach Sark will, at the beginning of next week, Coach Sark will have his State of the Union, so to speak, on where Texas football is. He knows that the goalposts are right in front of him now, as Craig Way loves to say. The mile markers are in front of you. We've hit a couple of them. Now we get to start practicing and have the countdown. We are 38 days away from getting it on with Ohio State. We'll let you know what we have planned coming up because we got a lot of stuff that's going to be going on this year where Mark and I will be out at certain places. Craig Way, Cam, we will be ready to go, and I just can't wait. Before I let you go, I wanted to tell this story real quick. You know, we had that manager, Dave Joust, that my former manager, and I was talking to him about this a while back when I saw him at the All-Star game in Arlington. And I told him the story about that time I came in and I was learning how to hit left-handed. And when I say learning how to hit, I was not hitting at all. I was not hitting at all. It was an embarrassment. And I was getting so frustrated. He was my manager at the time. And I told him that my elbow was hurting. And he was like, all right, I'll let you flip over to the right side so I can hit. My elbow wasn't hurting. I just was so embarrassed on batting left-handed that I didn't want to bat left-handed no more. So I go over, I hit the home run to walk it off. I hit a home run to walk it off. First pitch I see right-handed. I crushed the ball. I'm rounding third base. And he said, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and scrap you from batting left-handed. I was like, praise the Lord that I didn't have to bat left-handed anymore. Because if I'd have done that at an earlier age, it'd have been cool. But not trying to do it in Double-A, trying to get to the big leagues, and I'm getting carved up like a pizza from Brooklyn Heights. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that, bro. But it was a good conversation. I've had fun. I'm going to recharge my battery. I'm about to go win some money in Las Vegas and then take a little bit of time off, and then I'll be back ready to go. But make sure you tune in all week as Eric Henry of Horns 247 will be holding it down with Mark Henry. Of course, I want to thank Marcus for doing it. And if you missed any part of the show, get over to the podcast page. And always remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods